Hello, SigmaWho here signing on, and I've been doing a little bit of, I forgot I don't have any Elytra equipped. I've been doing a little bit of work down here trying to iron out the entrance to this little cove area, making this look a bit more presentable. And we're going to go ahead and start with the thing we talked about last episode and didn't do, which is getting these llamas a proper home. So just like last time, we're going to go ahead and jump into time lapse first, but I would like to recap that last time we did get ourselves our first beacon by fighting our first wither, and I still have no idea what to do with that. But you know what I do know how to do? Building. And I was gonna fly off into the distance dramatically there, but my plans were foiled. Alright, time lapse over. I think that was a pretty decent time lapse. And as we fly in over here, yeah, okay, I'm actually liking everything so far except this freaking roof. I despise this roof. I've been working on this little structure here on and off for a few days. You know, I'm still examining and exploring different building types and styles, trying to figure out what I tend to lean towards and what types of things I'm good at and what types of things I should not be touching with a 20-foot pole. And I'm beginning to think that traditional Peruvian architecture is something I should not be touching with a 20-foot pole. Well, anyway, so yeah, this thing has been giving me all sorts of trouble, and of course, when something gives you a bit of trouble, it's good to take a break and come back to it later and, oh, gotta sleep. So when things frustrate you, it's good to take a break, right? So you don't just become so fed up with a project you want to put it down for good. I'm definitely frustrated with how that building is coming, or how it's not coming along, actually. So we're going to go ahead and put a little pin in that for the moment, and we're going to go ahead and update our world to 1.18, which is exciting. It's exciting. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up to build height with all this cobblestone, make this little tower here, and then we're going to continue beyond the previous build height once we finish the update. So I think this is a thing I'm going to mark out for later, so I wanted to pick a decent location farther away from everything so we could have build a nice structure around it. And I think this is actually the spot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to build right here up to build height. Let's go. Okay, we have reached the height limit, and as it says here at the bottom, the height limit for building is 255. This has been changed in 1.18, so we're just gonna, I would say I can see my house from here, but that's a fat lie. So we're gonna go ahead, stand here, update, and then once the update hits, we're gonna put like a granite or a deep slate or something to mark where this is. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's put, actually a hay bale is flammable. I feel like that's a terrible idea. Let's put this polished deep slate block right there. We can't go any higher than this. So this deep slate block represents the previous build height limit. And I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do as a Minecrafter does and okay, this should be 1.18, so pardon, I've got a bit of a thing in my throat. How do I want to mark this? Deep slate brick seems like a good option, and we've done it! We've done it! 257. Yep, okay, whoops, I'm trying to undo that. How do you, yes, okay. Well, I don't feel like continuing up on this, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is create a small platform for later, because right now I want to go downstairs and see how the world has changed, if at all. I'm worried that it might not have updated properly, what's it, like world corruption and such, but hopefully this is not what has happened. Alright, do I have my elytra on? I do have my elytra on. I have changed the texture pack a bit. And woo! Alright, everything's looking so good so far. Ooh, an egg. Ah, yes, there's our granite. Oof. That was not intentional. Okay. Granite reacquired, and I don't think there's going to be any visible changes on the surface, as this stuff was already in existence when we, what's it called, updated. And I don't think sodium has actually been released yet for 1.18. I could be entirely wrong, and oh, hello there. Do you have a hive somewhere abouts I could steal? Aha! Oh, it's a pretty full hive as well. I think that's honey level 4. I will mark this in my head for later and promptly forget about it. Alright, so I did a little bit of preparing, and that's because if we want to adequately see the changes in our world, we actually have to come downstairs to our mine, where most of the changes in the previously generated terrain will be taking place. And yeah, see right there, that's already different, that's already changed. This used to be, what's it called? This used to bedrock, used to be bedrock. So after getting some torches prepared, like the preparation to make some torches, because coal never, okay, that's the thing. Like previously when you go mining, you say, oh, you know, I'm going down here, I'm going down there, and oh, you know, there's a bit of coal, I'm gonna mine that and, you know, make torches. Well, that's no longer a thing because coal only generates higher up in the world now. And down below, you've got, like, you know, the lapis, the redstone, of course, diamonds, and each of these ores are now at different levels. So, like, here we have, like, the iron, the redstone, I think there's some gold somewhere. Like, all this is in the same, like, mine shaft, right? Well, now we have to have multiple of these at different levels, Y levels in the world. And I think that's lava right there. I don't know if I actually ever showed you all this. Yeah, because that had caught fire several times before I figured out what was going on. And I think what I'm gonna do is... This seems good. We're just gonna go ahead and head down and see if we can find something new and interesting. What? What is this? Uh-oh. I don't know if I like this. What is that? Is that just deep slate? Is it glitching out? Is this an Optifine issue? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That was freaky. That was freaky. I don't like that. Maybe I should go to some newly generated terrain instead. Whoa, okay. That was some weird lag. Like, there's no other way to explain that, because I was not rocket boosting. Pretty sure this is still previously generated terrain, but it is not doing my computer favors. I don't know, maybe this is new terrain, I can't tell. I'll say I don't think this is new terrain just because it doesn't seem very, like, cliffy. Or maybe it's new terrain? Is this new terrain? I think we found new terrain. Oh, or maybe this is old terrain. I don't know. Is this new terrain? Old terrain? It's terrain. Okay, is this new terrain? Maybe? I don't know. Honestly, I have gotten excited a few times. I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. Is this new terrain? And then I would walk around and be like, oh, wait, I've been here before. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is new terrain or not. I mean, I'm notoriously blind, right? So maybe this is new terrain. Maybe it isn't. Okay, yeah, I can't land on trees still. Maybe one day I'll be cured of this ailment, but today is not that day. This is very dark, very deep. But is it new? It's gone. It was just not loaded. I thought it was like a ravine, because if the idea is to go to new terrain to dig, then I certainly want some... Whoa, is this new terrain? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never been to a portal stuck into a mountain like that before. This has got to be new. This has got to be new. It's all like cliffy. Definitely new and completely useless. But okay, this is confirmation that I have indeed finally generated new terrain. And I'm quite excited because several times I've looked back and been like, oh, is this new terrain? And the answer was no. No, it was not new terrain. So let's just take a look here. Yeah, this is very, very cliffy. Oh, those frozen sheep. Wonder what was up with that. Ooh, okay. Oh, whoa, yeah. This is a thing. Oh, hello. Whoa! Emergency electroactivation. Did it work? I think it did. I only lost like a heart and a half, maybe? Probably should have brought my chest plate, but to be honest, I lost it. I have not played for a while on this save because I have gotten sick and it was not very pleasant and I've forgotten where like half the stuff is. Okay, so I think there should be a way down here. Now mobs should only spawn in complete darkness, and if we go into a cave we'll be finding a lot of said complete darkness, right? Oh, it's not even a cave. This is disappointing. I want a refund. Are you a cave? The answer is a disappointing no. Alright, well, no new caves as of yet. Ow. How does one fly? Eep! That's how one flies! Oh, nice. Hello. Are you a cave? I think this is a cave. Ow. That is a cave. That is a cave if I've ever seen a cave, and I think I have finally seen a cave because that's a cave. Okay. Let us descend. Ooh, okay, I'm already liking what I'm seeing, right? Okay, I'm not liking this dripstone because I know that can cause damage to entities. But the rest of this I'm very much liking. This is cool. Now, my only question is if, like, you start in survival and you have no gear, how are you supposed to survive getting down here? There's a lot of ugly cobblestone pillaring or what? I would honestly be talking more right now, but I can't really see much as of yet. Okay. I do not like the sound of that. What I do like is just these beautiful, like, look at this. Oh, hello. I'm not your #1 fan, so that is a thing. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. It seems we're in quite a precarious position. Oh, dear. Okay. I'm not the best at caving. That's just a thing. Oh, hello. Why are there so many of these guys? Hello. Ooh, okay, I cannot afford to die here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There's a drowned! Where? Oh, no wonder I've been getting shot in the butt. Okay, I will say that these new caves are treacherous. I finally cleared up that little traffic jam that we had over here, and, I feel like that's gonna become a common occurrence. Hello! I'm gonna need a lot of torches. And we haven't even gotten down to the good stuff yet. This is still the above, like... Oh, hello! Ugh. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Okay, so there seems to be a lot of, like, copper and iron up near the top, which is about in line with what I was kind of reading. Let's see here. Whoa, like, just look at this. Like, you can't see anything. I mean, this is cool, but it's going in the wrong direction. I want to go down. And, oh, hello, is this down? No, but I think this is a geode. Which means... there might be a way? Okay. Oh, yep, there is. Hello. This is a thing. This is very much a thing. Ooh, I love that sound. Okay. I'm gonna craft up some more torches, but now that I seem to have found a better way underground, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, I love this. This feels very like, Is this another geode? Whoa! You are not a geode! Okay. Well, that guy came out of the darkness like a creep. Hence the name Creeper. But back to my, like, wow, oh my god, this is amazing type of stuff. There are two geodes, relatively close proximity. If I, for whatever reason, need a large amount of amethyst, this seems like the place to sit in AFK. Not that I AFK ever, but like if I hypothetically ever did, right? Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, cool, but not why I'm here. This is why I'm here. This deep, disturbing darkness. I want to see as far down as it can go. Ooh, okay, so here's the gold. What Y level are we at? -6. Wow, already? This whole thing has pretty much been... I didn't have to mine pretty much at all. This whole thing was just open. So yeah, but what I was saying earlier is this definitely reminds me of, like, this one mod I played. What was it? It wasn't a mod. It was like a group of mods, or maybe it was a data pack. I don't know. I just... whatever the server requirements are, I just threw into my computer. But this definitely reminds me of some of the caves that generated in that. And I know it's a pretty popular one. That's all I remember. So that's completely useless information, but since I have no specifics, but... Oh, hello. Is that a mine shaft? I do think this is a mine shaft. Those looks like chains to me. Well, I wanted a cave. Minecraft gave me a cave. Holy smokes. I am liking this. I do not like that. Oh, hello. I have a no baby policy. I am very much against children. Oh. Did it die? Oh no, how unfortunate. Okay. Oh, well, that was nice. Put that in a family portrait, eh? Wow, I didn't know I could one-shot zombies. I'm slowly realizing that my regular approach to caves might not be feasible anymore, because what I prefer to do is to light everything up and then kind of go back and explore and take things. And, yeah, with the way that the new terrain generates and stuff, like, of course it was a lot before, but now it seems to me that, okay, this mine shaft, oof. I don't know if I actually want to go down here. I'm going down here. Anyway, but it seems like it will just be too much almost. Like if I just keep lighting things up, I'll just be lighting things up forever and I will never get anything done. Oh, down, yeah, down ourselves still. -32. So if we go just a little bit further, we should hit the new end of the world, right? I think we're going to accomplish our goal here today. Alright, so we found some bedrock finally, and as I'm looking at this, we're at -59, so there's about 5 more blocks before absolute, like, minimum blockage between us and the void, right? I don't even know if I can find a spot. Everything is so full of bedrock. Is this the lowest we can get? 62, come on, 2 more blocks. I want to stand at negative. Whatever I can get to. Is 62 really going to be our record? Come on. This is all stuff that won't break. Yeah, I think that this layer here is just about the lowest we can go. Because I'm not willing to spend a significant amount of time here, even though I've spent a significant amount of time trying to find there. So we're just going to leave now.